Welcome back everybody. So guys, what I'm just going to teach you in this class, actually I just want to make an application where I'm just going to get the data from the client, and then I'm just going to update the page of the process AJAX by the client's inputted data. So by the way, what I'm just doing now, I'm just going to the process ajax.php, which actually has nothing for now. I'm just going inside, and for now what I just want to do, I just need to make another array here, the dollar, and the array name should be countries IES. And now you know that this is an array, so the method must be an array. And then what more I'm just doing here, let's just put the value for the first one, country. I'm just putting the the United States, duplicate the United Kingdom, duplicate here. I'm just typing the United Arab Emirates. Okay, now duplicate here the Brazil, duplicate the India, the Pakistan, the Sri Lanka. Okay, that is awesome. That is okay. So what more I'm just doing, I'm just going down and just simply go to the index.html, and for now what I'm just doing, I'm just making here, you can see that I just removed the result from there. The response text is not anymore, but I'm just gonna make that back. But for now I'm just making a button here, and in input type must be text for now. You can use in your way. The ID for the input is the user input, whatever, and the ID for the button is btn whatever. Now save in here, I'm just typing click to submit data. Now save, and then what more I'm just gonna do, I'm going to the process ajax.php, and what more I'm just doing, just simply type if is set the dollar request. Interestingly, I just didn't create the request yet, so I think I should create the request first for now. So here, what the request, or actually the variable I should create, the get variable. So I'm just going to create the request name as the var1 again. Now the var1, and the value for the var1 I'm just putting here for now as the Pakistan for now. Okay, Pakistan. Now save, and for now what I'm just doing, actually I'm not getting the value from this input for now, I'm just getting the simple value. You can see that I'm just clicking on a process ajax.php, I'm just going there, and the var1 if this is valid, and then here I'm just going inside, and what more I'm just doing, if the request var1 is equal to, now one thing more, I just need to create the for each first. If you remember that we just need to create the for each. So first of all I'm just running the for each. I just forgot to create the for each for now, so I'm just doing that for now, the for each. And here the countries as country, a single country on every result. So what more, just simply cut that and paste there. Okay, now everything is pretty fine here. And what more I'm just gonna do, basically what I did, I just simply just fetched this this array, okay, the complete array in the for each loop, and the array name is countries, as I'm just getting them as country. So I'm just gonna display every single country there. So I think first of all I should simply make them comment, and for now I'm just simply echoing all the countries just to confirm you that it's working perfectly, because I just don't want to make you confused on the the for each. So now refresh the page, and here is the click to submit data. One thing more, that we need to launch this AJAX function. So I just want to launch the AJAX function on this button. So the on click here, the AJAX func, and then exactly this is fine. Whenever anyone clicks on the button, it will launch. So refresh the page and now click on the click to submit data. Nothing happening, exactly because I'm not receiving the data from that page. Okay, the process AJAX. Here the document dot get element by ID, and here where I just want to get the data, I just want to get the data on a div which is not created yet. I'm just creating the div here, and the ID for this div where I just want to receive the data. The ID I'm just making as retrieve or RET data. Okay, awesome. Now RET data, where I just want to receive the data. Okay, now I just want to add some inner HTML. Now the value for the inner HTML, what I just want to put, if you remember what we just did in a previous class, we just made this one the data which we're just getting from the HTML into JavaScript. We just made that as the variable, and then we just simply call the variable and assign the inner HTML. But right now I'm not making that any variable, just simply directly assigning the function here, the method of the inner HTML, and now I'm just putting the data for the inner HTML. The response text which I'm just getting from that page, I'm just assigning with this ret data. So go to the browser and now simply refresh and click on click to submit data. Not working, that means something more we need to do here. And yes, I just forgot to put the object, how it can work without an object. Exactly, the response text is nothing without XML HTTP, and the XML HTTP is coming from that object, the XML HTTP request. So everything is pretty fine. Refresh the page again and just click on click to submit data, and exactly the United States, the United Kingdom, the UAE, the Brazil, India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. So that means what I just need to do more now, I can do what I just want to do. Actually, I'm just gonna get the data from this input and just gonna submit the data by this button. And when I just click on this button, what will happen, actually I'm just submitting some kind of name, the country name here in this input, and then I'll just check that the name which I just submitted, or the user has been submitted on this input, is in the process AJAX array or no. For example, the name must be in the countries list to get the result, otherwise I'll get that no result found or something. Well, for now what I'm just doing, I'm just making them workable again, and I'm not echoing any country directly. So for now, go inside here. First of all, I just need to make sure something. If the request is equal to the country, okay, then what should happen? So what should be echoed here? I'm just typing the echo, and here the div, and then space, and the class or the style. What I'm just gonna type here, the color should be red, or I think the green. Okay, perfect. Now then save, and here I'm just typing like first of all, just concatenate the data, the request, spelling should be clear, the var1 is in the list. Okay, perfect. Now save. What I'm just doing, I'm just going to the index.html, and here what I'm just doing, the Pakistan, here I'm just sending the Pakistan from this request. So save, and I'm just going to the browser and refreshing. Now click to submit data, and the Pakistan is in the list. But if I just type here the China is not in that list, the China. Save, and I'm just going to the browser back and now refresh the page and click on the submit data. Nothing happens. So this is actually going perfect. So what more we need to do, I'm going back to the browser and refreshing the page. Okay, this is fine. So now basically I'm just going to the index.html, and actually I just want to get the data from this one, the user input. So instead of this Pakistan, I'm removing that, and here what I'm just doing, I'm getting the data here, the inner, and I'm just making a variable. The variable name is the user input. Okay, user input equal to document dot get element. E should be capital. In fact, E must be capital by ID, and here I'm just selecting the user, user input. Okay, now basically I just selected the user input. Whenever anyone clicks on the button, any value which will be inside the user input, this input text, I'm just gonna get in this AJAX the function. So well, here what I'm just sending is a var1's value mean time. When anyone clicks on the this button, the function, the AJAX function will run and will collect first of all the data from this user input and send that data here. Okay, I'm adding the plus sign. If you remember that we just learned in a JavaScript that we have to use a plus sign to concatenate. In the PHP we have to use the period, but in the JavaScript we have to use the plus sign. And now I'm just gonna add the variable of the user input. Okay, this is the user input. I'm just sending this one here. So then just go to the browser and refresh the page, and what I'm just doing, I'm just simply typing here the Pakistan and clicking on click to submit data. Not working, that means something wrong. And what is wrong? So here, just for testing up, what I'm just doing, the alert, I'm just making an alert and the user input to check out that when anyone clicks on this button, this function will run, and am I getting the value of the user input? So go to the browser and refresh the page and click to submit data. The function is not working on click. That means something's wrong. And the issue was, you can see that inside this alert the user input must be underscore instead of the hyphen. So go to the browser and now refresh the page and submit. Type here the Pakistan and click to submit, and yeah, I'm just getting object HTML input element. Okay, just why? Because I just didn't get the value of this input. Now I just made the value 2. Now I'm just only getting the value of this input. So go back to the browser and click on OK and refresh the page and click type submit here the Pakistan again, click to submit data, and now you can see the Pakistan. That means it's working. And yes, Pakistan is in the list. Everything is fine for now. What was the mistake previously? Go to the browser and refresh the page. Now click here the Pakistan and click to submit data. Now you can see that the Pakistan is in the list. If I just type India, so submit, India is in the list. The China, if I just type China, so click to submit data, and exactly it's not working because the China is not in that list. So what more we need? I just want to make this input work able directly without that button. So what we need to do, I'm just simply deleting that button, or not delete, just go directly here the input, on the input, and just type here the on key press. When anyone press any key of the keyboard, this function, this event must be launched. And what this event has the AJAX func. Okay, so AJAX function. Now, and what is happening in AJAX function? Exactly the same, that getting the data and working on. So now I'm just going to the browser and refreshing the page, and here I'm just typing the the Pakistan, and now space, I just added the space. Now you can see that the Pakistan is in the list. But if I just remove that you can see that I'm just typing again the India is in the list also. The United States is also in the list, and if I just type the United, now the Arab Emirates, that is on the list also, but actually it's not working really perfectly. What is happening if I just type Pakistan? Not working. I just need to press another key to send the request. Basically what is happening when I just press only P, the request is sending. The AJAX, everything is working fine. The P should be capital now, but what more, add any space, so the complete Pakistan is sending when I'm adding any space or adding another character. I just cannot add any character because I just can't make them I just can't put any other value. So by the way, what I'm just gonna do here to manage that, instead of the key press, I'm just typing the on key up. Okay, when I just press any key and when I just pick up my finger, so the function must run. So go to the browser and refresh the page, and here I'm just typing the STAN, and when the result matches, I got the Pakistan is in the list, and I'm removing that, so this is not in the list. The India is also in the list. So this is pretty awesome. It's automatically working. The United or the Brazil is in the list. Awesome. Why not we just make this a little more interesting and more featureable in the next class? So wait for a little while, stay tuned, and goodbye.